Text 32? No, 33. 34, okay. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamne Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pracharane Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshtarane Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Apashta Kirti Suyasha.
Apashta Kirti Suyasha.
Murkho Bhavati Pandita.
Murkho Bhavati Pandita.
Idam Swastya Ayanam Pumsam.
Idam Swastya Ayanam Pumsam.
Amangalya Nivaranam.
Amangalya Nivaranam.
I'll read, Prabhuji.
Yes, please.
Thank you. Translation. Also, one who hears this narration 3 times will become very reputable if he is not recognized in society, and he will become a great scholar if he is illiterate. In other words, hearing of the narrations of Pṛthu Mahārāja is so auspicious that it drives away all bad luck. Purport. In the material world, everyone wants some profit, some adoration, and some reputation. By associating in different ways with Supreme Personality of Godhead or his devotees, one can very easily become opulent in every respect. Even if one is not known or recognized by society, he becomes very famous and important if he takes to devotional service and preaching. As far as education is concerned, one can become recognized in society as a great learned scholar simply by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, wherein the pastime of Lord and his devotees are described. The material world is full of dangers at every step, but a devotee has no fear because devotional service is so auspicious that it automatically counteracts all kind of bad luck. Since hearing about Pṛthu Mahārāja is one of the item of devotional service, Sarvanam, naturally hearing about his brings all good fortune. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhu. See, when we hear about the Lord or his devotees, naturally all inauspiciousness is driven away. Because Krishna is all auspicious, Sarva Mangala. So by hearing about him, simply all auspiciousness is gone. When one starts preaching, one automatically becomes famous. This Srila Prabhupada, what is he famous for? The greatest exponent of Bhagavad philosophy in the West. This is how professors describe Srila Prabhupada. So was Prabhupada talking about Vedanta Sutras? Was he talking about Sanskrit? No. Srila Prabhupada, if you go by the modern standards of scholars, Prabhupada did not qualify to those standards. Like if you go to South India, you will find these doctors and all big doctorate in Sanskrit and philosophy who are giving so much of philosophy. But they are insignificant. No one knows them. What they are doing, why they are doing, nobody even knows. But Srila Prabhupada was not a doctorate in philosophy or some PhD or anything, but simply he spoke the Krishna Katha. He fulfilled the prediction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He fulfilled the wishes of Mahaprabhu. So Mahaprabhu reciprocated. Lord Chaitanya gave him all wealth, all pleasure, all fame. So that is Srila Prabhupada. So, Mahaprabhu says, Jare dekha tare kaha Krishna Upadesh. So if you are doing something that Lord wants you to do, will the Lord not protect you? Will the Lord not reciprocate with you? So, in one of the lectures, Keshavan Prabhu was saying that the reason we feel unhappy is because the Lord is not happy with us. So we have to find out why the Lord is not happy and we have to make him happy. Then we will become happy ourselves. Simple as that, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto mattah smritir jnanam apohanam cha. From Lord is coming memory, remembrance. So this happiness, sadness is also coming from him. These are memories. Besides that, another thing, Sarvasya chaham, and he also says, Mamaya vansha jivaloke. In the family, if father is unhappy, how will the child be happy? How will the mother be happy? If the father becomes happy, everyone can become happy. So like that, So if we try to please Krishna, by hearing Bhagavatam, the criterion of Shravanam is fulfilled. So the story of Mahārāja Pṛthu is not just an ordinary story. It's a story of great dedication, great devotion, and surrender to the Supreme. By hearing this, our own consciousness becomes purified. And that becomes all auspicious. Hare Krishna. Yes, any questions or comments? Continue, text 35. Dhanyam yashasyam ayusham.
Dhanyam yashasyam
ayushyam.
Swargyam kali malapaham.
Swargyam kali malapaham.
Dharmartha kama mokshanam.
Dharmartha kama mokshanam.
Samyak siddhim abhisubhi.
Samyak siddhim
abhisubhi.
Shraddha.
Sorry.
6 lines here. Shraddhayetad anushravyam. Chaturnam karanam param. Yes, please.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Translation. By hearing the narration of Pṛthu Mahārāja, one can become great, increase his duration of life, gain promotion to the heavenly planets, and counteract the contaminations of this age of Kali. In addition, one can promote the causes of religion, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation. Therefore, from all sides, it is advisable for a materialistic person who is interested in such things to read and hear the narrations of the life and character of Pṛthu Mahārāja. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. By reading and hearing the narrations of the life and character of Pṛthu Mahārāja, one naturally becomes a devotee. And as soon as one becomes a devotee, his material desires automatically become fulfilled. Therefore, it is recommended in the Srimad Bhagavatam 2.3.10, Akamaha sarva kamova moksha kama udaradi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. If a person wants to return home back to Godhead, or wants to become a pure devotee, akam, or wants some material prosperity, sakam or sarvakam, or wants to merge into the existence of the Supreme Brahman effulgence, mokshakam, he is recommended to take to the path of devotional service and hear and chant of Lord Vishnu or of his devotee. This is the sum and substance of all Vedic literatures. Vedaisha sarvair aham eva vedya. Bhagavad Gita 15.15. The purpose of Vedic knowledge is to understand Krishna and his devotees. Whenever we speak of Krishna, we refer to his devotees also, for he is not alone. He is never nirvishesh or shunya, without variety or zero. Krishna is full of variety, and as soon as Krishna is present, there cannot be any question of void. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much. See, these allurements are given in Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, question will come to your mind. Bhagavatam we referred to in the first chapter, we said Amala Purana. Bhagavatam is referred to as Amal Purana in the first chapter, and now why we are talking such things, gain promotion to heavenly planets, counteract, become rich, become knowledgeable. In addition, one can promote the causes of religion, economic development, sense gratification, liberation, dharma, artha, kam, moksha. So why is Bhagavatam promising such things? Why is Shukadeva Goswami saying such things? So the point is that we are narrating the pastimes of Mahārāja Pṛthu. By hearing this again and again, one will become purified. One who is grossly materialistic will at least be able to come to the level of devotion. Because hearing of Mahārāja Pṛthu is the same as hearing of Krishna. Mamev ansh jeev loke. Krishna is never alone. Sango pangastra parshadam. His parshad, he also has his parshad with him, his associates. So hearing of Mahārāja Pṛthu is hearing of pure devotion. So by seeing such allurements, a karmi may become attracted to hearing Bhagavatam, and he will become free from all the contaminations of Kali, and he will go back to Godhead. Even material desires are fulfilled, because material desires in themselves are not wrong. But if the purpose of material desires becomes to serve the material nature, then it becomes mundane. Otherwise, one may have desires, apuryamanam achana pratishtham samudram api pravashanti yadva. So samudram apa pravashanti yadva. So water keeps entering, desires also come. Devotee would also like to eat some samosa or something. Devotee also wants to see places, that's all fine. But if his objective remains to serve Krishna, to render service to Krishna in all situations, that is all right, even if it's a material desire. But when we talk of artha, dharma, kama, moksha on their own, then it becomes mundane because the objective is only to gratify the senses. Sense gratification in the course of bhakti is all right if it comes as a consequence. But sense gratification as the objective is what degrades a living entity, even if he's a demigod. So if anyone who wants to advance in any particular path in material nature also is advised to study Pṛthu Mahārāja, because by that he will attain all success. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, so why specifically Pṛthu Maharaj? He can learn the lifetime of like Krishna or something. Why it is mentioned Pṛthu Maharaj only?
Well, there are benedictions given everywhere, different places. Like if you hear Gajendra Moksha, you will never see bad dreams and you will go back to Godhead. So because Maharaj Pṛthu fulfilled all these functions, Maharaj Pṛthu lived as an ideal king, and by executing all, he fulfilled the desires of all the living entities. It was mentioned in one of the previous verses. Maharaj Pṛthu fulfilled the desires of all living entities. Therefore, by reading about him, you are worshipping him, so he will fulfill your desires also. The Lord will fulfill your desires.
Yeah, but it is similar like reading and hearing about Lord Krishna means we read and one become a devotee, automatically his material desire automatically become fulfilled.
Yes.
So it's similar. Okay. Okay.
One more thing. Why these benedictions all together are mentioned? In the sense, for a devotee, benediction or no benediction, doesn't matter, no? When the goal is to serve Krishna, then you are hearing Krishna and his associates, knowing they are the same. Then benediction or no benediction doesn't matter, no?
Well, are we devotees?
No, I mean, ठीक है, devotees तो नहीं है, but still.
अलग-अलग grade में है ना? So, यदि आप, if you are of that level where you don't need this, then why do you want to live in Canada? Come back to Punjab. Live there.
नहीं, कहने का मतलब.
No. You're getting the point.
कहने का मतलब कि नहीं, अभी भी नहीं समझ आया.
We have many desires in our heart.
Do.
And all of those are foolish. They make no sense, they literally make no sense. Oh, I love my mother, my father, my husband, my wife. But are they real? Husband, wife, mother, father, are they real? Are they going to be forever? They are mundane. They are completely mundane. One may say, oh no, actually my wife is a devotee, therefore I love her. So, you love your Guru Maharaj also. He's also a devotee. Why live with one wife then? Go and live in the ashram. There are many devotees you'll find. You are loving your wife who is a devotee. You love her as your wife and she happens to be a devotee. You don't love her because she's a devotee.
Yeah.
You're getting the point. So because we have these desires, so these tiny promises here, they're encouraging. One will feel encouraged.
They're attracting us.
Yeah, they're encouraging, I would say. Not attracting, but encouraging, I would say.
ठीक है. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, then pranam.
Dandavat pranam.
Prabhuji, then why does on one hand we are reading these material benefits, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says Ami Vigyayi Murkha Vishaya Ke Nidhiva. So then what does Krishna do then? Does he give or does he not give?
See, he will give you everything that is beneficial for you. Shivananda Sen had a child and his wife was pregnant again. Mahaprabhu was happy. He gave him benediction. or Shivas Thakur. Shivas Thakur was living with his brother, sister-in-law, mother, wife, child, everyone, joint family. And Mahaprabhu never told him, Shivas, now take sannyas. No, never. But on the other hand, Mahaprabhu rejected a brahmachari who was only drinking milk. So Mahaprabhu did not accept that. That this is nonsense. You don't become a devotee by drinking milk and being a brahmachari. So Mahaprabhu, so Krishna will give you whatever is conducive to your bhakti. Like there was, there were these married couples, Gurudas and Yamuna and Malati and Shyam Sundar. Married couples, they even had a child. Prabhupada sent them to London. And when people saw married couples, they were very much attracted. There were no brahmacharis in London. These three couples, they created this whole process. So, if Krishna decides, if it is good for you, Krishna will give it. If it's not good for you, Krishna will take it away. If Krishna sees that your opulence is a hindrance in your path, he will take it away. If he sees that you are not so much renounced, but you are still rendering devotional service, he will give you enough opulence to keep you going. But if you are renounced already, then he'll take away anything that is becoming a hindrance. Vishnujan Swami, he left his wife. He was married. He was not living with a girlfriend. He was a married man. But, So Mahaprabhu, like, he knows what is in your heart. Like in case of Raghunath Das Goswami, Mahaprabhu was very happy when he became more renounced. But he was happy to see Shivananda Sen also progressing. Point was, how much service are they able to render? It's a point to think very deeply. So the point is not that we want this or that. We let Krishna decide. That's the whole point.
Yeah. There is a more proper
both ways.
understanding.
Then it goes both ways, no? Krishna gives as what you desire or as what is good for you for your bhakti. And also gives, in the sense, some lessons which are good for you for your bhakti.
Yes. Krishna's objective is to bring you back. Anyhow or the other.
Also, Prabhuji, here it says in it. Oh, go ahead, Prabhuji.
Yes, please. Yeah, you can continue.
Just one thing. It says, in addition, one can promote the causes of religion, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation. Causes of religion, क्यों कहा?
Where is it written?
Translation में, one can promote the causes of religion, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation.
So now that's a very important point you have pointed out. Srimad Bhagavatam is 5,000 years old. For Varnashram, this is required. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. So liberation, so in addition, one can promote the causes of, because this is a dharmic way of living. So when we condemn these four, then we are essentially talking about pure transcendence. But in a stage of material contamination, one still needs these as guidelines to become purified. Without this, there is no society. You can't just go to the society and tell everyone to become renounced. So this is a religious way of life. So therefore, from all sides, it is advisable for a materialistic person who is interested in such things to read and hear narrations, not for devotees. So if a materialist also hears, even he will attain piety in his life and eventually he'll become a devotee.
The causes piece is still not clear, sorry.
So causes, dharma, artha, kama, moksha, this is Varnashram. Mahārāja Pṛthu himself did that. Lord Ram did it, Lord Krishna did it. Because everyone is not in an advanced stage. Now suppose I go to a college girl who has 5 boyfriends and I tell her, hey, you should become a sannyasi. Extreme of passion. Extreme of passion. I can tell her, okay, here's some prasad, take this, try to chant. I mean, she's not even following regulative principles, but we are just trying to make her a devotee. So we let Krishna take care. We just give her the process and we move on. So there are this is a very gross example, but on a subtle aspect also, like people who are gentlemanly but not fully detached. So path of dharma, don't get into mad sense gratification. Follow the process of yajna, that is dharma, 3rd chapter of Gita. Then get artha, take whatever comes by honest work, and then engage in whatever is regulated sense gratification. And then eventually aim for liberation. So liberation eventually will mean Krishna consciousness if you have a king like Pṛthu. So this is a regulated way of life.
So we are promoting, even though whatever the situation is, we are promoting promoting the cause. Doesn't matter cause.
Yeah,
high
Prabhupada
level eventually
promoting Varnashram. Prabhupada himself said Varnashram will protect the people from the ill effects of Kali Yuga.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol? Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. This one perspective coming to my mind, like you can tell me whether it's a right way or not. Normally, if we are non-devotees, we plan our life, we plan our objectives of life. But a devotee always, a sincere devotee always lives to the plan of the Lord. So if it is the plan of the Lord, according to what he lives, so like you can see in Arjuna's case also, Yudhishthira Maharaj's case also, Pandavas never desired for the opulent kingdom. They were ready to rule over for even five villages. But it was Lord's desire for them to be the emperor of the world, to rule the entire world on the basis of the scriptures. So here we can see that when Lord wants to give, the devotee obliges. He accepts it. Even though he may have a desire, he may not have a desire. In case of Kardamuni, he had a desire, he expresses it. But in many other cases, a devotee may not have any desire, and still Lord wants to give. So he accepts it because seemingly material, but when Lord gives it, it is actually with a plan. It is Lord's desire, and he accepts it as the desire of the Lord. Where then it is no longer a materialistic benediction. Even to when Lord gives it, seemingly materialistic, also one should not think it is materialistic.
No. See, the point here is that what is material, what is spiritual.
Yes, that is the thing.
Yeah, what is
so Lord has a better plan for us. According to that, if Lord feels that yes, a particular devotee needs to be leading a family life, okay, he awards him a family life, and in that family life also he himself or his pure devotee comes in their family, appears in their family, or he may give them wealth. So everything is a Lord's plan. So a devotee, like we as a practitioner devotee, we have to become as much sincere as possible and just live up to the instructions which are given, passed on by the acharyas, and just abide by the plan of the Lord. Because we don't need to make many plans.
Yeah, we don't make any plans. Because our plans, we should plan, of course, but we should not become attached to those plans. We should not
day-to-day small plans, of course, but I'm talking about the what is your lifetime objective. That lifetime objective also is given to us by our spiritual masters. Okay, what is your purpose of your life? What is the objective of life? We live up to that objective, and to live to that objective, we make our plans, of course. But then overall, what Lord wants, we just accept according to the wish of the Lord.
Yeah, we just accept. We just accept whatever comes because we have no choice whether we accept it or not.
So if we desire material operance, then that is a hindrance for our spiritual life. But at the same time, if you are practicing seriously, but Lord awards you with the material opulence, we just accept it and again use it in the service of the Lord.
Yeah.
So there is that thin line of difference, like craving for or aspiring and working hard for that opulence, and another is we just do, we follow the instructions, and Lord has a plan for us. If He feels that we fit in that plan, He gives that. If we fit in some other plan, He does not give that. Like you gave the example of Sridhar Kolavich, Lord never wanted him to become rich, and as he was very happy, and Lord was very happy to have those dealings with him. In some other case, Lord awards with lot of opulence. So all things are there.
See, Prabhu, the thing is, anything we do for the Lord, that's the real success. That is the only successful thing we do. Everything else is just a network of death. So the Lord only sees the objective, what we have set, and He will guide us on that objective. So if it is needed, He'll give. If it is not needed, He will take.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hari Hari. So text 36. Let's finish this chapter today. Vajaya Bhumikho Raja.
Vijaya Bhumikho Raja.
Shrutvaitad Abhiyatiyan.
Shrutvaitad
Balim Tasmay Harantyagre.
Balim Tasmai Harantyagre.
Rajana Prathave Yatha.
Rajana Prathave Yatha.
Yes, would someone like to read?
May I read, Prabhu?
Yes, please.
Hare Krishna. Translation. If a king who is desirous of attaining victory and ruling power chants the narration of Pṛthu Mahārāja 3 times before going forth on his chariot, all subordinate kings will automatically render all kind of taxes upon him as they rendered them unto Mahārāja Pṛthu simply upon his order. Purport. Since a Kshatriya king naturally desires to rule the world, he wishes to make all other kings subordinate to him. This was also the position many years ago when Pṛthu Mahārāja was ruling over the earth. At the time, he was the only emperor on this planet. Even 5,000 years ago, Mahārāja Yudhishthir and Mahārāja Parikshit were the sole emperors of this planet. Sometimes the subordinate kings rebelled, and it was necessary for the emperor to go and chastise them. This process of chanting the narration of the life and character of Pṛthu Mahārāja is recommended for conquering kings if they want to fulfill their desire to rule the world. Thank you, Ji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. See, everyone, like even Arjun, had some desires. So they were fulfilled by the Lord. Arjun wanted to marry Subhadra. Arjun wanted to marry this Panchali, so he got married. Arjun fought a war, became the commander. All this is nice, but one may think, what kind of a devotee is Arjun? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas. He left his home, everything, and Arjun did not do anything. So what kind of a devotion is that? So the point here is that Arjun did everything for the purpose of establishing dharma. In the process of establishing dharma, if you experience some happiness, some gratification of senses, that is completely acceptable. When Srila Prabhupada would go to big houses in India to preach, he would get opulent prasadam. And Prabhupada would relish it, would like it. Yes, very nice. Prabhupada had a dedicated cook in Vrindavan who used to cook very nice, very spicy prasadam. So that was acceptable. Now one may think, what kind of a Swamiji is Prabhupada? He's eating opulent food and he's traveling in luxurious cars. Well, if there is some, and is there sense gratification? Yes, there is. But that is not Prabhupada's objective. Prabhupada would wear a chappal and walk on the street also. He wouldn't care. So a devotee may experience sense gratification, but he doesn't remain attached to them. So long as we have some desire to enjoy in this world, Krishna will fulfill that also. So long as our objective is to serve Krishna, then it is auspicious. And that's why we have Grahastha ashram. Otherwise, this is so condemnable. Pumshama striya mithuni bhavam etam tayor mitho ardaya gantimahu. Bhagavatam puts it very bluntly. Sex attraction, simple. One may say, oh, Prabhu, my wife is so virtuous. Someone say, oh, my husband is so pure. Well, that is just sex attraction. That's it. There's nothing more. That's the baseline of this. So this baseline is there. So that's all right, But still, Grihastha Ashram is acceptable in bhakti so long as the objective remains Krishna. So, okay, you cannot control your senses. You live with a husband or a wife. That's perfectly fine. You live in that company and then control your senses and then serve the Lord. Grihastha Ashram is not a license or an excuse to escape bhakti. Prabhuji, I am a Grihastha. What can I do? Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, I am a Grihastha. Well, then you are Grahamedi. So you see, sense gratification itself is not condemnable, but if it becomes an attachment, if it becomes the objective of life, then it is degradation. Otherwise, in bhakti, Krishna is unconcerned. What business Krishna has? What Krishna thinks about you? We are insignificant. One day, Prabhupada was chanting. Prabhupada was sitting in one temple. He had just given some lecture, and one devotee spoke. He said, Prabhupada, I am most fallen. So Prabhupada looked at him very nonchalantly and he said, you are insignificant. So you see, Krishna is not concerned. Whether you are a debauchee or you are a saint or nothing, Krishna has no concern. He just does it out of his causeless mercy. So if we serve him, as Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, serve Krishna so nicely that he wants to see you. So if you serve him so nicely, you fight for him, Krishna will say, yes, let us see what that person is doing. Why is he making so much noise? What happened? Krishna will want to see. Yes. Any questions or comments here? We continue. Text 37. Muktanya Sango Bhagavatya.
Muktanya Sango Bhagavatya.
Amalam Bhaktim Udvahan.
Amalam Bhaktim Udvahan.
Vanyasya Charitam Punyam.
Vanyasya Charitam Punyam.
Shrunuyat Shravayet Pathet.
Shrunuyat Shravayet
Pathet.
Yes. Someone like to read?
Read Prabhu.
Yes, please.
Thank you, Prabhu. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Swami Prabhupada. Translation. A pure devotee who is executing the different processes of devotional service may be situated in the transcendental position, being completely absorbed in Krishna consciousness. But even he, while discharging devotional service, must hear, read, and induce others to hear about the character and life of Pṛthu Mahārāja. Purport by His Divine Grace Swami Prabhupada. There is a type of neophyte devotee who is very anxious to hear about the pastimes of the Lord, especially the Rasa Leela chapters in Srimad Bhagavatam. Such a devotee should know by this instruction that the pastimes of Pṛthu Mahārāja are non-different from the pastimes of Supreme Personality of Godhead. An ideal king, Pṛthu Mahārāja exhibited all talents in showing how to rule the citizens, how to educate them, how to develop the state economically, how to fight enemies, how to perform great sacrifices, yajnas, etc. Thus it is recommended for the sahajas, or the neophyte devotees, to hear, chant and get others to hear about the activities of Pṛthu Mahārāja, even though one may think himself to be in the transcendental portion of advanced devotional service. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhu. So, see, the point Prabhupada is illustrating is that all the pastimes of the Lord are absolute. Whether you hear about Pṛthu Mahārāja going back to Godhead, or you hear about Krishna speaking Bhagavad Gita, they are identical, they are transcendental. But when a devotee makes distinctions that he likes Ras Leela, or I like Vraj Leela more than I like Krishna's Bhagavad Gita, that's a Sahajiya. He just considers Krishna's pastime to be the pastimes of some mundane man. Therefore, he relishes one type and he does not relish the other. A self-realized soul relishes all pastimes of Krishna, irrespective of what they are. So the point here is illustrated is that simply by reading Pṛthu Mahārāja's pastimes, one gets all the benedictions. Like, as we have seen the promise earlier that Krishna has made there, that if one is a Shudra, one will become the best of the devotees. Now, what benediction more than that do we need? And Prabhupada says, read it 3 times and you'll get the benediction. So, what's the difficulty? Why devotees want to travel 1000 kilometers to see some obscure place and not study Bhagavatam? What is the objective? You see, devotees are traveling thousands of kilometers. Oh, I went to Vrindavan 2 times. I went to South India. I went this. Actually, there's a very nice instruction in this regard. Once some devotee came to Prabhupada and they said, Prabhupada, this Ahobalam is the place where Prahlad Mahārāja appeared. I mean, this Narsimhadev appeared. Prabhupada said, no. It is a common acceptable understanding, but this is not the place. Prabhupada only said this much. So you see, and Prabhupada never took these yatras very seriously. He went to South India, he went to Gujarat, he went to Rajasthan, but Prabhupada went there to preach. He did not go to these places to learn something new there. Oh, this is a place, okay, very nice. Okay, Panditji, please tell me something more. No, Bhagavatam, he didn't go for such. Prabhupada did not want to go and see places. Prabhupada did not go to Paris to see Eiffel Tower. Oh, this is Eiffel Tower, wow, nice. No, he was not interested. Just went to preach. Wherever he went, it was just to preach. So wherever devotee goes, it should be either to hear Harikatha or to preach Harikatha. And hearing of Harikatha must be proper Harikatha, not some Sahajya stories from here and there. Like Prabhupada always said, stick to the standard of Srimad Bhagavatam and nowhere else. Prabhupada did not even want his devotees to read Ramayana. He said, whatever is necessary in Ramayana is given in Bhagavatam. Don't waste your time. So, so this is the way of hearing Harikatha. This is the way how one should perceive these books. Yes, any questions or comments?
Prabhuji, these yatras will be like the thing we are discussing, like sense gratification little bit in between.
Yes. This sense gratification. Why, if there's yatra, why husband and wife need to go there? And if they go, why do they come back?
Yeah.
So
Vrindavan, so it's advised that one should never come back.
yeah. See, and nowadays it has become fashionable to travel to South India. I don't know why we travel so much to South India.
So there are now many groups, Ahobilam group and all these are.
That is all nice, but that's not a Vaishnava place, that's not our sampradaya. Why not travel to Mayapur? Sit in Mayapur. That's the home of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Just go to Mayapur, sit in Radha Madhav temple or Prabhupada Samadhi, pray there, chant there. 13 days I did that. My life changed. I didn't even I just went to Ganga for one bath and never went to any nearby places also. That is the purpose of, we should always do things objectively, If we want to enjoy senses, we should think, okay, this is just a tourism. But we should not say, oh no, Prabhu, this is yatra, we're learning. We're not learning anything. It is sense gratification, it is. If I go to South India, I'll go to South India. I'll see, yeah, nice beaches. I love Kerala, I love Tamil Nadu. I love that South Indian food. Yes, very nice. But I shouldn't say, oh, Prabhu, actually I went to South India to preach. No, I went there because my company posted me there. 3 months I was in Bangalore, and because there was opportunity, I happened to preach to some people. I didn't go there to preach. There was nothing transcendental in me living in South India for 3 months. I liked that place. Yes, that was a lovely place. I met some very nice people, and I could do preaching. But the real purpose was just to go there for work, not to preach. Preaching just happened there. I have come to Finland because there's a job here, there's a house to live in. That's all. This is not really a holy place where I have come to preach. No opportunity really. I'm here for sense gratification. That's the sad reality.
Yeah, and moreover, it will become like a business.
Yeah. See, yatras are fine, but what is the purpose? At the end of the yatra, do people feel more renounced? Have you gained more knowledge? Have you become more renounced? Do you have a deeper perspective on the Bhagavad? So if you're going to South India, go to Srirangam. Talk to the Sri Vaishnavas there. I mean, don't talk to Tattvavadi Madhvas. They will criticize all the time. They criticize everyone, even Sri Vaishnavas. But go and talk to the Pandits of Srirangam. Talk to them. Try to understand deeper aspects of Narayan Bhakti. What is process of liberation? That is worthwhile. But if you just go there and see, oh, I ate some nice sambar dosa, I went to South India, I ate rasam rice, nice temples, that serves no purpose. Especially for devotees. For newcomers, it's nice, they will develop some more faith. They'll see, oh, so many people are worshipping. But for a devotee who's experienced, this is just like a pastime. It's not really a necessary thing.
It is probably better to crave for Vrindavan from a distance than to go there
and crave for your senses.
Yes. Mostly it is going for, like they say, it is for like devotee association and blessing from the holy place.
Not holy place. Bhagavatam. You have pure devotee. Srila Prabhupada is there. He said, my blessings are in my books. So what more blessing do I need? I mean, Prabhuji, you have a nice wife and she's cooking dal and roti for you. Will you travel all the way to Vashi to eat some dal roti there?
Yeah. Yes.
Think of it logically. My wife is not good enough cook. I'll go to Vashi and eat there also. So we have Acharya here. We have the Bhagavatam here. Why we need to go? Prabhupada never traveled anywhere. Prabhupada went to Tirupati. He said, yeah, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. This is how he greeted the deity in Tirupati. Spoke to local Brahmana. But Prabhupada was on a guiding tour. He was showing his disciples what is Vedic culture. He took them to Rajasthan. He showed them Rajputana culture. He took them to South India. He showed the Brahminical culture, South Indian Brahminical culture. He took them to Mayapur, showed them how Bengalis are. Prabhupada was showing them different dimensions of spiritual life. But we know everything. Why we should do that? I don't go back to my school to learn basic algebra again.
Probably, is it advisable to stay in Dham at the fag end?
To stay in Dham. Wherever you stay, study Bhagavatam. We may not be able to live in the Dham.
Yes. Correct.
See, we have no perception of Dham, to be honest. Like, same divorce activities are going there also.
Right.
So we may make the mistake of committing offenses there.
It will multiply.
Yeah, so it will become multiplied. But yes, it is nice if you can go there. If you know the time is limited, you go and live in Dham. That's very nice. Okay, so we have 2 more verses, but I'm a bit too tired now. Let's finish them tomorrow. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Dandavad Pranam, Prabhu.
Dandavad Pranam, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I have a question.
Prabhuji,
so the day we were reading Chaitanya Charitamrita, they were saying it is imperative that one must accept a spiritual master if he at all desires to gain the favor of the Lord. So somehow I am unable to go past this. ये मेरे दिमाग से जा नहीं रहा in the sense, and क्यों नहीं जा रहा ये भी बताती हूँ. When we say, and there was a message in the group that Rahul Prabhuji has posted that Prabhupada ji is saying eternally he will be with us. So when we are saying eternally Prabhupada ji with us, why would we give his particular place to somebody else? We have accepted him already. No, we have accepted him as our spiritual master. Why we hanker for somebody else now?
Oh, that's a bit of a foolishness.
So why does it say that one must accept?
Accept कर तो लिया आपने, करना वो तो करना है, बिना प्रभुपाद कैसे आगे बढ़ते?
है ना, तो फिर why do we say that we don't need somebody else on top of, we already have Prabhupada, you know?
Yeah, Mataji, I can tell maybe about our own experiences about this matter, which will make you to understand it easier, you know? That, you know, we have accepted Diksha from different Mahārajas, but personally, we didn't have, or we haven't have any connection really with them. Like, you know, even you will write some email or something like that, you never get a response, you know. It's like this. So this is the reality of ISKCON, Guru, Diksha, disciple relation. So that's why it's good to have this, you know, understanding that Prabhupada is there for everyone. He takes the Diksha, but at the same time, Prabhupada is there always. And the Srila Prabhupada's disciple also should be just preaching what Srila Prabhupada is preaching and encouraging us to follow the principles, you know, that we can continue our path.
So you see, Diksha is like a formal connection to the parampara, a formal yajna, like a promise you make. But real initiation is when you accept the process and you decide to surrender your life.
Which we don't need a formal process for, no? Why do we need a formal process for doing so?
Yeah, so you are attached to the organization, you are attached to the process formally. So, but that is more important. You accept also, you become formally connected to Prabhupada. Prabhupada also used to do these Diksha ceremonies. So it is needed. You take that, the formal Diksha. But Shiksha is only completely Prabhupada. So, you know, there are many gurus, like we say, you know, we can accept any number of Shiksha gurus. So we can accept, so no problem. So Prabhupada is there, his disciples are also there, they guide us, and that's it. We are happy.
So when someone is actually taking Diksha, that means they're actually considering that spiritual master as a Shiksha, instructing spiritual master, and actual spiritual master is still Prabhupada.
Both are spiritual masters. Prabhupada says they are identical. यूनिवर्सिटी का होता है ना कि एडमिशन तो लेना ही पड़ता है. आप ब्रिलियंट हैं फिर भी एडमिशन तो लेना ही पड़ेगा.
तो एडमिशन तो यही मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा. एडमिशन तो हो गया नहीं, जब हम प्रभुपाद जी से अटैच हो गए एडमिशन तो हो गया.
हाँ, एक दीक्षा ले लीजिए फॉर्मली, एक फॉर्मल हो जाता है. जैसे हम मंदिर में जाते हैं ना तो माथा टेकते हैं, घी का लैम्प चढ़ाते हैं भगवान को, और हमें भी पता नहीं कि वो क्या काम कर रहा है, भगवान कैसे एक्सेप्ट कर रहे हैं, बट एक एटिकेट दिया है तो हम उसे फॉलो कर रहे हैं. वैसे ही एक एटिकेट है, उसको हम फॉलो कर रहे हैं.
ठीक है, ठीक है, जब टाइम आएगा देखा जाएगा. अभी ऐसे लग रहा है कि इट्स नॉट फिजिबल, तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है माय इन लाइन और नो.
नहीं, कोई चिंता की बात नहीं है. आप हैं तो सी महाराज जी को पूछ लीजिए ना. आप महाराज इस मामले में बहुत फ्लेक्सिबल है.
उनके पास जाके कुछ नहीं होगा. आई कैन गो एनीवेयर.
अरे आप चिंता काहे करती हैं, भगवान ने यहाँ तक लाया, आगे भी तो भगवान देखेंगे ना.
सो ट्रू.
तो आप ना चैंटिंग और रीडिंग करते रहिए, कीप सर्विंग.
ठीक है जी. यार जस्ट ठीक है जी. थैंक यू प्रभु जी. हरे कृष्णा जी. थैंक यू माता जी. हरे कृष्णा. हरे कृष्णा जी. धन्यवाद.
Hopefully